So you guessed by now I take some singing lessons, right? My singing teacher asked me again, Ramez, have you noticed what you did to hit this one high note? To be sincere, I told her, no, I didn't. And it reminded me of, in many occasions, some of my client, I'd ask them, well, do you know what you did to hit this big sale, to get this big sale? And they'll tell me, no, we just lucked out, you know, or they might not be able to give me exactly the model by which they went around convincing or persuading the client to make a deal. See, in this case, it's like me in selling. I know I'm an amateur. It's like me in singing. I know I'm an amateur in singing. However, when someone's livelihood depends on making a sale, I really think being an amateur in selling, it really isn't gonna get you what you really want. So there are two simple questions that I'm gonna share with you right now to help you go from being an amateur to a pro. Here you go. My name is Ramez Helou. I'm the founder and keynote speaker of the Academy for Sales Excellence, where I simply speak at events and conferences to inspire, educate, and motivate sales teams to sell more, sell faster, and profitably. So, you want to know what the two questions are? Here you go. No matter what happens, even if you close a deal or if you don't close a deal, right? There are two questions that you must ask, and this is taking in consideration that you have a sales model in place. You need to understand a bit about what needs to happen in what we call the research phase, what needs to happen in the opening and rapport building phase, the need analysis, the matching presenting, the getting commitment, overcoming objections, negotiating, and so forth and so on. So you have to have that model in place. And once you have that in place, which you should have, and if not, go back to one of my videos and just watch what the model might be. Then the two questions are, number one is, Ramez, what did you do right on this visit? So that's it. What did you do right? Now, when you ask that question, you're asking your brain to search back in its database what happened that actually is according to the model. Now, when you do that, you're reinforcing the behavior that you want to see more of. And the second question is, Ramez, what could I have done better? Where did I miss some opportunities to be consistent with the model? And when you ask that question, your brain will search your database of that experience and it will tell you, oh, you didn't build rapport very well, or you didn't have properly prepared questions, or you missed your research phase, you really walked in not prepared, and so forth and so on. Now, when you do these things, when you ask these two questions repeatedly, your unconscious mind is being programmed. You're programming your unconscious mind to do more of the things you're doing right and to do less of the things you're not doing correctly, and instead replace them with the right behavior. That's all. That's all what needs to happen. I heard a quote long time ago that says, life is living looking forward, yet life is understood looking backward. And if you do sales visits, or if you live your life without looking backward every once in a while, you can't drive your car looking backward, so you got to have your eyes on the goals, you'd be missing out on great learning opportunities, and it's all about the recalculation. You've heard the quote that says a pilot of a plane is 97% off course. So when a plane is going from point A to point B, 97% of the time, it's not going in a straight line. It needs to recalculate and it needs to readjust. And just like a GPS needs to readjust and recalculate, you too have to readjust and recalculate your actions. The good ones, do more of, and the not so good ones, replace them with the right actions. Until next time, make the decision, focus, recalculate, and move ahead. See you soon.